football news back home. It broke midday today, and that is that SuperSport United have parted ways with their head coach, Kaetano Tembo. He was a man that had spent over 2 decades at the Pretoria-based team. The defeat in the Nedbank Cup quarter-final to First Division outfit TTM over the past weekend was the final straw for the club, and they announced that Andre Arendse will be taking over the head coaching duties for the final 6 DSTV Premiership matches. Joining us now is a CEO of SuperSport United. A very good evening and welcome to Newzroom Afrika.
Thank you for having me.
In the voice note that you shared with the media today, you spoke at length about being quite heartsore at having to come to this decision. Can you just explain to us how long the discussion was and who called the meeting and what happened before coming to this decision?
I won't go into the minutiae of detail. I mean, obviously, it's very, very heartsore for us as a football club. Kaetano is a very special person. He's been with us for 23 years as a player, as a coach in the academy, in the under-13s, under-15s, under-17s, where he won his first trophy, the under-17 International Lagos Cup in Nigeria. Then he won the Engine with us, and from there he was promoted to be an assistant coach under Gavin Hunt, under Stuart Baxter, and under Eric Tinkler. And then became the head coach. And as head coach, he's won us a trophy, the MTN. He made another cup final as well, and steered us to 3 top 8 finishes. He's introduced a lot of young players, tremendously talented young players, into the first team environment. And, you know, he's a wonderful human being, one of the most professional, hardworking people I've ever worked with. And a really top-notch individual. So it's never nice or easy to say goodbye to such a person. Unfortunately, in football, the results, it's a results-oriented game, and the results haven't been good. And you know, it's meant parting ways with Kaetano. Very, very sad. And there were no smiles anywhere around the place today. It's a tough decision, but it's one that we've had to take. We've put Andre Arendse and Kaetano Tembo in charge of the team for the rest of the season. We have to rally around them and give them support. Who knows? They could very well be the next coaching partnership at the club, and you know, we want to rally behind them and give them the support. But whatever happens, and no matter what, nothing can erase the legacy and the very special bond that we have with Kaetano. It's a raw day today, but the door's open for him in the future. At the moment, he wants to pursue his goal as a head coach within the PSL and maybe a couple of national team opportunities that are there for him in Africa. And we understand that, but there won't be any hesitation from us at any point in the future to open the door back to Kaetano to play a different role in the club. He's a fantastic human being and someone we wouldn't hesitate to have back in the club again at any time. And now's not that time. The role that he wants to play, you know, that's gone now. And we can only wish him the best for his future.
Mr. Matthews, did SuperSport United give Kaetano Tembo the kind of support that he needed in order to get the results that the club asked him to get?
Well, I think that we like to feel that we give support to all our coaches as good as any club in the country. We've had an exemplary record in that way. We've looked after our coaches very, very well. We've given them all the support. There's no interference in terms of team selections and things like that at the club. So we like to think that we've given all our coaches support. Of course, Kaetano has Kaetano. So, you know, yes, the nature of the club over the past 2 or 3 seasons has had to adjust because COVID came along. Things have been tough for all football clubs. We have to box within our parameters. And we also feel that we have the quality. You know, if we didn't have the quality, then we would have just been brushed aside in games, dominated in games, and suffered some heavy losses in games. That hasn't been the case at all. We've been in front in 6 or 7 games this season, a few times with a 2-0 margin, and gone on to drop points, lose games, and exit the cup also with a 2-0 margin against a lower league team. So we see the capacity and the ability that the players have. They haven't been able to show that consistently enough. They need to do that. We need to give them the support that we can. We think that we give our players and our technical team the highest level of support. I don't know any club that pays as much attention to the off-the-field stuff, the surrounding environment, to make a happy family environment for all our players. I think we've got the best record in the PSL for that. And the longevity of staff at our club, the longevity of players at our club, like Kaetano himself, and like Andre Arendse himself, and like Thabo September. These guys have been given opportunities within the club, like late Tommy Madafaki and many others. So, we like to feel that as a football club, we know what we're doing. We offer a good, professional, structured, stable, consistent environment. That's why we've been in the top 8 for 21 consecutive years, that no club in the PSL can claim that kind of record. And we've won 12 trophies in our young existence as a club, which no other club in South Africa, and certainly besides Sundowns, no other club has achieved in the past 15 years what SuperSport United has achieved. So I feel that we feel from the board down that we give a nurturing and enabling environment for players, coaches, and everybody attached to the football club to show their talents and show what they can do. And it's unfortunate it's ended like this. That's the nature of the football club. The day that Kaetano took the job with us, I had a discussion with him in my lounge and said to him, Coach, you realize if you take this job on a permanent basis, one day you and I might be sitting down and saying goodbye to each other. And that's part and parcel of the job. And I'll give you my all until then, and you give the club your all until then. He delivered that to me, and I delivered what I could to him. So, for us, we part as brothers. We would work again in the future. And I don't think that Kaetano would feel, yes, some of the rub of the green has gone against him timing-wise.
Yeah, Mr. Matthews.
That's the same as everybody.
My apologies to interrupt you. Unfortunately, we do have to say goodbye at this time. We thank you so much for chatting to us here on Newzroom Afrika following the departure of a man that's been with the club for 23 years. That's CEO of SuperSport United, Stan Matthews.